Now, you may have already seen some of these reports, you may have seen this story, but we need to go over it because Texas is now going to put a military base at the U.S. southern border to protect their state and the entire U.S. I want to break down what is going on here. We're going to play a clip from the Texas Governor Greg Abbott, explain what he's talking about, why this is potentially a good thing, but why this could actually be a bad thing. So I will address that in just a moment. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So just a few days ago, Governor Greg Abbott of Texas came out and said that they are going to build a military base at the U.S. southern border. This is going to help protect Texas and the entire United States from more illegal immigrants coming into the U.S. And we will address why in just a moment. But first, let's actually listen to what he's saying. It's just a couple minute long clip, but I'll break it down, explain why this is potentially a good thing and why this could also be a bad thing moving forward. So let's get right down to it.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I'm joined by General Seltzer and the Border Czar, Mike Banks. I want to explain to you what Texas is doing at this time to expand our border security capabilities. We are building a new Texas Military Department base camp that allows the Texas National Guard to increase and to improve operations in this area. What you see now is the first stage of construction has already begun on what is 80 acres of an area to be built out for this base camp. From your camera view, it goes all the way down the edge of here to those trees, all the way to the back, close to where the river is. On this side, just back behind you, about 50 feet is where it stops. This will increase the ability for a larger number of Texas Military Department personnel in Eagle Pass to operate more effectively and more efficiently. It will house up to 1,800 soldiers with the ability to expand up to 2,300 if we have surge needs.
Now I want to stop that right there. We're going to continue to play this, but he says it would house up to 1,800 National Guard troops, but it could be expanded to about 2,300, so additional 500 troops. Now, why would they even include something like that? Why wouldn't they just build it out? Well, here's the thing. What we normally face is there's some times of the year, and right now is one of them, where illegal immigration into the United States, it actually drops down. And we normally see this, it normally happens November, December, January, February. Those 4 months are usually where we see less illegal immigration. Well, come March, we are already anticipating we are going to see a surge. Okay, March, April, and May, those 3 months, we are expecting to see record numbers of encounters in the United States. This is one of the reasons why Texas is doing what they can now to hopefully combat this problem. But what they're stating is they are not coming on and building and trying to house people right there in Eagle Pass because, well, for one, we're already seeing less numbers. That's good. But they're not saying they're coming out trying to do this because they are going to confront everybody. But just by putting it there, this could show that, all right, there's a base a little bit closer. This is probably not where we want to cross. Okay, so it's going to push people more towards the west, towards Arizona and even California. Well, that's also part of the problem. By Texas building this base, this military base at the U.S. southern border in Eagle Pass, the problem is it's going to push everybody towards California and Arizona. Well, the reason that's a problem is because California is pretty much welcoming people with open arms, saying, here's free food, here's a free place to stay, oh, here's some health care. They're offering all this stuff. So it's incentivizing people to go to California anyway. So the bad part is what Governor Greg Abbott's doing. Yeah, it's really going to protect Texas, but it's going to hurt the western states, particularly California, Oregon, and Washington. Okay, let's keep listening to this.
It will include individual rooms for soldiers. It'll provide a large dining facility, recreation, computers, things like Wi-Fi. But for now, National Guard have been scattered across this entire region in cramped quarters, away from fellow soldiers and guard, sometimes traveling long distances to be able to do their job. What this is going to do is to dramatically improve the conditions for our soldiers. I want to thank the men and women soldiers behind me right now, as well as their colleagues serving up and down the entire border. Texas would not be able to respond the way that we are responding if it were not for the heroes of the Texas National Guard. Before this effort here, they've been living in conditions that were atypical for military operations. Now, because of the magnitude of what we're doing, because of the need to sustain and actually expand our efforts of what we're doing, it's essential that we build this base camp for these soldiers. It's going to be good for them, improve living conditions, improve the quality of life, and improve and sustain a very strong morale.
I want to jump in really quick. One of the things that people have discussed, because again, this was talked about this press conference with Governor Greg Abbott. This was actually 4 days ago. Now, the reason why I'm bringing it up now is simple. We are starting to see some remarks, some statements from people, even the Mexican president himself. And I'll address that in a moment. But what Governor Greg Abbott is pretty much telling people is we are going to build this military base at the U.S. southern border because this problem with immigration is not going to be fixed. You know, one of the things that we've been hearing lately is it doesn't matter who is president today, it doesn't matter who is president in a year from today. The problem is Congress is never going to be able to pass something that is going to increase the security at the U.S. southern border. That's what we're hearing. And because of that, now Governor Greg Abbott's coming out and saying that we're going to build this military base. You wouldn't build a military base at the U.S. southern border if you thought this problem could be resolved fairly quickly. The only reason they're building is because this is likely going to turn into a yearly thing where we could potentially see numbers continue to increase until a president comes in and Congress comes in and pretty much shuts everything down. But as of right now, they're speculating that no Congress is going to do that. But the only president would be former President Donald Trump. Let's keep listening, though.
For our soldiers. What this will do, also a little bit more specifically, is going to consolidate our forces. Again, as opposed to being scattered around many different places across this region, they will be operating out of one place. It will amass a large army in a very strategic area.
I want to stop it right there. So he just said they would amass a large army in a very strategic area. One of the areas on the U.S. southern border that currently could use such a thing is Jacumba, California. That's where the majority of illegal entries are coming from. They're coming over, through the mountainside space in between the mountain and the border wall. But California is opening up their state to all these people. We are hearing from some residents that they are a little bit upset because now they have people pretty much pitching a tent in their yard, sleeping in their yards or in a farm, in a field, because that's the only place they have to go. Right? Now, I want to read you something else. Because Mexico's president is mocking Governor Greg Abbott and his planned military base camp along the Texas border. He says, put as many as you want. Now, I want to read you the exact comment. Okay? Here it is. It says, it's like the governor of Texas who put a military camp on the border. Put as many as you want. Supposedly, this is how he's going to stop the migrants. Pure politicking. It is not serious. Now, I want to address this because there have been some people that said that this is pure politics. What he's doing. It's just making it look like he is going to fix the problem when essentially he is not fixing the problem. He is going to make it worse. Okay? Here's the reason why they say this. They say that in order to prevent illegal immigration into the United States, yes, we could put up a big wall, and they say you can't scale it, but yet you can. They say you can go and put all these camps along the U.S. southern border, people will still sneak in, or they'll go to the U.S. The northern border, okay, between the United States and Canada, or come through the ocean. Well, here's the thing. Right now, they're saying the only way to fix this is to send billions and billions of dollars to other countries and ensure that those countries are making it sustainable and it's something that people want to live there, like Venezuela, Colombia, China. Are we going to send more money to China? Probably not. But yet Chinese immigrants are one of the largest groups that are coming over into the United States at this time. But even Mexican nationals. Are we going to send another $50 billion down to Mexico to ensure that Mexico can provide for these people that are having a somewhat tough time? Possibly. That's what the president of Mexico is actually asking for. Send more money to Mexico, to Cuba, to Venezuela, to Colombia, to those countries, because then they can do more to keep people inside their country as opposed to let them walk straight through and head up to the U.S. southern border. So here's what I can tell you. As of right now, some are saying that this move by the Texas Governor Greg Abbott is not going to work. Others say that this is a great deterrent for the state of Texas. The problem is people are going to go into California first. They're going to go into Arizona. They're going to go into other states first. Then, especially in California, they will work. They'll make a little bit of money. They'll get free housing. They'll get free food. They'll get some health care. They'll get some schooling for their children. And then, when they're ready, they will take that money and that life that they built and they will move it to a place that is less expensive. So, as of right now, some are saying that this move by the Texas Governor Greg Abbott is only going to make things worse, not better. So, we'll see what happens, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think this is a good move for the state of Texas, or do you think this is a good move for the entire United States? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, but that is what we have for you guys today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.